Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back, and it is time for another Starcraft 2 1 vs 1 Probots cast. Today we have got ourselves a couple of Decepticons, in the sense that they are deceiving us by being bots that are playing humans. So we've got a TVT, if that makes any sense. And oh my gosh, one SDV is trying to help another SDV. What are you doing, VeTerran? That's interesting. Is that a bug? Is this guy just here for moral support? What's he doing? Huh. Why is that? This game's already got so interesting. As we've got BenBot going for a proxy Rax, in a very obvious spot. VeTerran's SDV just keeps crossing the map, but yeah, we've got ourselves a good old proxy to start things off, which is exciting. And this SDV is still just doing its thing. This really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Because this bot is just kind of handicapping itself by having an SDV just chill there. Like it's down on income. Okay, so BenBot, making a marine and a barracks, gonna be just popping up a fatty bunker right at the natural base of VeTerran. This seems to be this was a strong strategy last time I saw it against QueenBot, in which some units will literally just keep rallying units into a bunker with a marine in it that will then be repaired indefinitely. And so that could be real bad for VeTerran, as this is a strong strat by BenBot. The fact that the barracks wasn't shut down or anything really makes things problematic. We've got one marine out already, another one going to be crossing the map to get into that bunker. So there we go, bunker now blocking VeTerran kind of into its face. Of course, the Reaper can always just hop down the ramp and completely bypass everything, so that could be a factor, but yeah. As this game's already starting to cook off with a dirty proxy barracks, it's definitely going to shut down this command center. Make sure to go ahead and hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Leave a like for a dirty bunker proxy. And say increase bunker build time in the comments down below. That helped out the algorithm. We see one marine being intercepted, but then the Reaper does go down. I kind of had high hopes for that Reaper. Fortunately, there's two more on the way for VeTerran, so maybe that could do something, but god, this bunker play. The single early proxy bunker seems to be so darn strong. It makes you wonder if a Protoss player could go for a similar strategy, maybe using cannons or something along those lines. As, yeah, cannons and shield batteries or something, just to contain, basically. As we take a look, VeTerran's having a real tough time comprehending this one. Like, taking a look at that bunker, and okay, I definitely don't have enough to deal with the bunker, but one of those marines catches some hate there. So, yeah, BenBot's already in a pretty good spot this game. Command center's on the way, React or Tech Lab about to finish up on this factory, so there could be a Cyclone on the way, could be a tank. We shall see. It's gonna be a tank. I guess the tank can, in theory, cross the map as well and go reinforce this bunker, make it basically impossible to break. As VeTerran's really not making anything that'll help out with this. So, what a brilliant strategy by BenBot. And this is something that bot programmers will definitely have to come up with a solid answer to. Yeah, if you guys do want to see these bots play in a tournament format, you can check out Probots, by the way. And that definitely will have bot authors putting more thought into how to counter specific plays, as opposed to games just from the ladder like this. Yeah, that tank is actually staying back at home till now with crossing the map for BenBot. So tank is on the way. The bunker's not being broken. The Hellion actually does rather poorly there. And this Hellion actually just kind of runs on in. The Marines are going to move forward for BenBot. That does not work. That was a bad move. Now the bunker's actually going to be worked on by all these Marines, but I think it's going to go poorly for the Marines. So the bunker will stay alive. It might actually catch on fire, but not quite. So BenBot stepping forward there was a bit of a mistake. No SCV has come in to repair this bunker as they all kind of abandoned it. And behind this, BenBot actually has got high-sec auto-tracking on the way to help with its anti-air, I suppose. The tank is set up, so it's going to be real rough for VeTerran to try and break this still. This bot is now going for one base double Raven, which is something. Raven just chilling back here, providing vision for VeTerran. VeTerran's actually going to move forward, try and break this bunker. I think it eventually will be able to break it, since obviously it's not being repaired, which is a bit of a shame, because if it was being repaired, BenBot would probably just never lose this position. Scan goes down for BenBot as well, trying to see what its opponent's up to. BenBot is currently going for a fusion core, presumably to make battle cruisers, as in its name is BC, so one would expect that. The bunker does get broken. The tank is still there, however, but the tank can always be disabled. And that's going to release VeTerran, who's got a good army supply and may potentially be able to get some damage done to BenBot. Ravens aren't really helping out at all, so this tank will get some shots off. Will get cleaned up, though, with relative ease, and VeTerran can finally safely expand. At least VeTerran wasn't being real silly and made sure to clear the area first before it was trying to go for an expansion, so I kind of wonder what the checks there is, like, oh, go for an expansion, check if the expansion's safe, expansion isn't safe, so basically just set priority to clear the expansion. That would make sense, and is a pretty solid process, it would seem. Widow Mine's gonna burrow. Can mines actually fire on mines? I've never ran into that situation before, I'll be honest. I don't think they can. That's actually a Starcraft thought I've never had before. Can Widow Mines fire on Widow Mines? I don't think they can. Drilling Claws is on the way for BenBot. There's also a tank out to hold this position. VeTerran with its bunkers is looking pretty darn safe. It's producing a battle cruiser. 2-base BC production is going to be no joke, with a whopping 53 SCVs to its name as well. Widow Mines can burrow on unburrowed Widow Mines, but the question is, can Widow Mines fire on when they're both burrowed? That's the real question. Because the Widow Mine obviously doesn't blow up friendly Widow Mines. It doesn't blow up hostile Widow Mines. This is a situation I never thought I'd run into. Anyway, we see the battle cruiser for BenBot actually moving forward. Gonna eat one Widow Mine shot, but fortunately it's the battle cruiser. Gonna start cutting down some of these Marines. We'll see if it's gonna go down or not. The Ravens really aren't helping out for VeTerran. The BC reaches, I guess, its triggered HP mark, so it's gonna teleport out of there. All the while, VeTerran is actually going for its own battle cruiser behind this, so we're gonna have BCs versus BCs, which is just gonna be sick. And with VeTerran going for its own battle cruisers, I'm kind of like, maybe it'll win this, because I mean, obviously it seems to be being more aggressive. Seems to have pretty good unit behavior. I'm not sure the unit behavior of BenBot is as good. This BC has been repaired now, though. Is going to try and break out of this location. We'll see if it's going to use its Yamato cannon on anything. Yamato cannon almost done, about 7 seconds away, so it very well could hit one of these units with a Yam cannon. Do we see it? Do we see it? It's done, and there it goes. However, battle cruiser now running into another battle cruiser, so we're going to have a clash of the cruisers. Viking, however, comes forward to help with BenBot, to help out BenBot. Marine is also helping out, though, for VeTerran, so this is just getting a little bit ridiculous. Widow Mine as well joining the fray. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. The Viking, though, should in theory be able to micro well against the battle cruiser. The BC of BenBot getting repaired. Yeah. All the while, armor is on the way for BenBot, while his weapons is on the way for VeTerran. Battlecruiser going to teleport into the main base of VeTerran. This one does not have Yamato cannon. It's the original BC. The turret's just going to be repaired, so it looks like this BC may not be having any success. It does actually abandon that attempt to hit the turret and just kind of hide itself in the corner. Maybe that's behavior to wait till it can teleport to safety. Hellion comes on in, spots the third on the way for VeTerran. The third is up for BenBot. Battlecruiser production is still just limited to 1 starport. Second one's about to go up though for BenBot. The current BC count is 1-1. Soon it's going to be 2-2 as they both start up their second BC pretty much right at the same time. This BC is still chilling in the corner, waiting to be able to teleport out, it would seem. Upgrades are on the way for VeTerran, so it's going to have attack and armor, so getting double upgrades could give it an advantage. I never thought I'd see this situation of bots versus bot. Mass Battlecruiser versus Mass Battlecruiser. Widowmine does hit that Battlecruiser, deals some good damage to it. This BC actually goes back in, which is actually pretty darn cool behavior. No surprise that for a bot that has BC in its name, it's got good Battlecruiser behavior. The Widowmines of VeTerran will also do well. BenBot's BC actually just dodges a Widowmine with its tactical jump. That's pretty cool. Another BC teleports home. Vikings are on the way though for BenBot, but Widowmine composition is going to be pretty darn good, I think, for VeTerran. Because I feel like the mines could definitely hit some of the Vikings that belong to BenBot. Both these bots do seem to do a pretty good job of keeping their units alive. I do want to reiterate how cool it was that BenBot's BC was like, okay, wait till I've got tactical jump, then I'll be safe, then I can go back in, as it's a little more risky, and then it just teleported out when it needed to. BC's running into BC's. Yamato cannon going to be part of the fight, so the BC of BenBot has to run away. Vikings are kind of like the assistants here for the Battlecruisers. Viking does go down to a Widowmine though. There's mines on both sides, which is just ridiculous. The Viking though is going to help out for BenBot. Anti-armor missile as well hits one of these BCs. This Battlecruiser does a tactical jump, but it doesn't feel like it's in that much of a threat. Teleports out. Of course, the threat detection on when a BC needs to teleport out is an interesting problem too, as that one teleported out when it was at like 72 HP. So who knows, maybe they've got some math going on there. Stim Marine's going to eat a Widowmine shot. As interestingly enough, there is Stim Marines for BenBot. So we're really seeing a lot of units here. I do prefer VeTerran's approach to this though. It's getting double upgrades going on, whereas it's just single upgrades for a BenBot. BenBot does have triple starport, whereas it looks like it's just 2 still for VeTerran. Actually, no, it's 3 versus 3. So these bots are eerily similar. Stim Marines are the notable difference for BenBot, whereas VeTerran is pretty much just going Widowmine BC. The BC is all over the map. This game is just looking pretty darn ridiculous, to be honest. Both bots getting up towards 5 bases. And that's really cool how these bots are looking so similar. BenBot is up on supply though. But then again, VeTerran's going to be up on upgrades. Seems to have the better unit handling, maybe. I gotta find out who these bots are written by, because they do seem rather similar. Like, quite similar, to be honest. I'll have to look if there's any, like, signature behavior that carries over from one bot to another. This base is orbital command with a bunker next to it as opposed to a PF. That's curious. Particularly of the VeTerran. Well, it doesn't have a lot of Marines, but it's actually making them down, so that makes sense. Battlecruiser actually goes down. That belonged to BenBot. Yamato cannon doing some work for VeTerran. All the while, the Battlecruisers teleport on into the main base of VeTerran by BenBot. So that upgrade lead that was cooking is going to be stalled out a little bit. As the armories are actually going to be getting picked off. One of them goes down anyway. SCV is dying. Battlecruisers are coming back for VeTerran. BenBot fires one Yamato cannon. Is there going to be a second? Oh, it takes one, but it doesn't use one. Actually, out of Yamato cannon and out of teleport, obviously, since they teleported in. The BenBot going to be losing a lot of battlecruisers here, and actually it leads them to the hiding point for the other one. So all these BCs are going to die. It's going to be a disaster for BenBot. Oh dear, what an awful disaster. BCs are actually being left alive in this corner here with very minimal life. 3 battlecruisers staying alive for BenBot. For some reason, VeTerran decided to leave these behind. I guess the battlecruisers thought it needed to retreat. I'm unsure about that. 3 stayed alive in the corner. That is a serious blunder there by VeTerran as those BCs. Did they actually just make it home? Where'd they go? They're not tucked into the corner. They're around somewhere. Okay, yeah, they made it home. So that's actually huge for BenBot. Not losing those BCs. BenBot's up on supply, as it's been this entire game, but it does seem to be taking worse engagements. The BCs of VeTerran do seem to have better handling. The Yamato cannon is getting constantly used. BenBot just bleeding off units, lost more resources. In comes VeTerran. I'm not sure why things are going wrong for BenBot, but they definitely are. Marines are now coming in to help on out. The Marines don't have plus attack or anything yet for BenBot, so the battlecruisers are going to take negligible damage. The anti-armor missile definitely helps out. The BCs, though, of course, will teleport out and stay alive. So BenBot really having it given to it. Floating resources right now. Thor's on the way, Vikings on the way. Really everything to deal with the BCs is on the way. The battlecruisers kind of just chilling here, eating Viking shots. Yamato cannon goes off, but gets cancelled. Of course, the BCs can dodge Yamato cannon with their tactical jump. Not sure if BenBot's or if VeTerran has lost a battlecruiser yet. The answer is 2 to 4, if we're tracking just that. That one does actually go down. Probably didn't take into account the anti-armor missile, perhaps, in its damage calculation or something. Yamato cannon's being used. Viking is getting picked off. All the while VeTerran's still pushing into BenBot. BenBot on the defensive side of things. This is actually just a ridiculous CVT. I never thought I'd see a bot game like this. When you imagine Starcraft bots, did you ever imagine it would be so cinematic? Just it's like a battle. It's like an actual battle. BC's just constantly skirmishing. The anti-armor missile does definitely help BenBot here. But god, this is beautiful. This really is something. Yamato cannon's going down non-stop. Oh god, look at this. This is great. This is awesome. I'm gonna take a screenshot for the thumbnail. Although, actually, we don't use those kind of thumbnails for these videos, but it's awesome. Could very well be a wallpaper or something. Cyclone even in the mix randomly for VeTerran, as both bots are just spamming units across the map. Eventually one will falter though. The Vikings have just been taking a beating for BenBot this game. The Yamato cannon picking them off 15 in total, the mines hitting them 2. Thors have been on the way out for BenBot too, but then there's tanks as well, so yeah, this is not looking too hot here. Yamato cannon even hits the Thor. Then we've also got mines and tanks that haven't moved for BenBot this entire game. That's idle supply. BenBot seems to have a tendency to place widow mines next to its bases as well. And if we take a look at the current battlecruiser count, it's currently 10 to 3, which really says all you need to know. Marines doing what they can for BenBot, but I do think VeTerran will eventually weather down its opponent. There's just not enough of a consolidated response to deal with 5 battlecruisers. Just not enough. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Join the Discord. Consider becoming a member. All that jazz. I do apologize if my voice got a bit hoarse in this video. Got sick a while back. Got tested. Wasn't COVID, but I'm still feeling a little bit hoarse. And I wonder if wonder if whatever it was something pretty nasty. So, yeah, I'm still not feeling 100% from it. So I just like, I'm fine till I've cast an hour of Starcraft, basically. Yeah, anyway, beautiful, beautiful game. This really was a beautiful bot game. I think it's going to take a while before the cleanup's all done, but that will be the end of BenBot. One final stand. The BC is returning to their muster point, just dying. And that's going to be all she wrote. Classic Command Center liftoff. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.